it's Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualized, my asexual life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the great big subscribe button below right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live right now or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you'll find the content useful, helpful, insightful in any way, shape or form, or you just want to give the channel some love. Now, if you didn't know who I am Sandra Bellamy, author of this beautiful book, Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories, Love, Life and Sex, A Celebration of Sexual Diversity. I'm also the author of this beautiful fibromyalgia self-help handbook. It's an autobiographical account of how to basically manage pain, have more energy and live a much happier life. So check out those down below. And if you're enjoying the video as we go along, please give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful, entertaining, informative in any way, shape or form. I have to excuse my hair. I haven't long got out the shower, so my hair is actually very, very wet and soaked, as you can probably tell. And my hair goes quite wavy like that. So that's why my hair's to one side tonight. So yeah, I'll probably have to put a dressing gown on actually, otherwise I'll catch cold because my hair is so wet. So I've got my fluffy thing on as usual. Nice eat-all top. Hooray! Don't you just love eat-all? So anyway, in tonight's episode, it's all about don't be fooled by I'm alone and I'm lonely. Okay, so these are two things that are used quite a lot in my life with guys on me, because obviously I am asexual guy. I'm an asexual girl I've only had like one main meal today, so my blood sugars are playing up. So you have to excuse what I say. So I'm not a guy, I'm a girl, but I'm attracted to guys only. I'm a hetero asexual person, so I'm attracted to the opposite gender, which is guys, and I'm attracted to them romantically, intelligently, creatively, spiritually, aesthetically. Love clothes attraction I've got for guys who wear quite smart suits and street gear. And basically you know, I'm attracted to guys a lot. And I decided to not actively pursue a relationship anymore, right? And since I decided to not actively pursue a relationship, I seem to have more guys than ever keep messaging me. So this is quite interesting, right? And it's good that I'm not actively pursuing a relationship anymore. Like, I'm focusing on me, having some me time, focusing on my career, but also taking more time out for me. Like, I watched a movie today. And, you know, I just need some time on my own and time to do my career and not be pursuing guys anymore because, I shouldn't need to at the end of the day. I mean, I have been trying to pursue asexual guys for quite a long time, trying to find the right one for me for like the last 6 years. But it's now time to put me first. The guy will come along when he's meant to come along. Or if not, I would just stay happily single forever. And I really, really do like my single life. So there was this asexual guy who approached me on Facebook. I remember him being on an asexual site before, but I hadn't spoken to him for a long time. And I couldn't remember where I'd previously spoken to him. I know that he started following him on Twitter recently, but I'd never had a friend request from him on Facebook before. So I accepted his request because I knew him from an asexual place, but he reminded me of how we knew each other because I didn't remember. And he said, I was a retired dancer who had the woman friend that he was dancing with. I said, oh yeah, I remember. I was interested in you romantically, but I said, while I'm single, I will dance with whoever I want and kiss whoever I want, but in a relationship, I wouldn't like to be with a guy who is dancing with other women, even if it's a friend or not. And some other women won't mind that, but I do. So, he hasn't spoke to me since I said that. And anyway, since he friend requested me, because I think he's Indian, because I keep getting all these Indian guys messaging me, not in the UK though. These guys are messaging me from abroad. And some people as well, like I told you I went out clubbing this week that's just going, Tuesday, a few days ago. And there was a guy from Albania there, if you remember, if you saw the video, and you will know that he said to me, oh, I've just been in Exeter a month, and you have to excuse the noise, it's stormy in the UK. I've just been in Exeter a month, and I don't know anyone. Basically, I'm on my own. And so the guy wasn't on his own at all, right? He came on his own, but he knew someone there because someone came in later on. So sometimes guys use this as a tactic for you to feel sorry for them. Sorry, I'm going to see if I can close the window a minute because it's really rattling. I don't think I can. Let me see. That's better. So it's just annoying for our conversation. Do you know what I mean? Oh, now I've got the curtain undone. Sorry, do apologise. Right. So yeah, basically, what was I saying? Yes, the guy at the club was saying he's on his own, and this can be a tactic that's used by guys to win the affection or the attention of a female, or obviously if it's a guy into guys, it's basically to an attraction thing where they're trying to attract you to feel sorry for them, feel like, oh, they're all alone, I'm on my own, so we'll get together, that type of thing. And it does have that effect sometimes, especially because I'm a caring person. So I do care. I don't want people to be on their own or alone in the pure sense of the word. But sadly, a lot of these people use it for a manipulation tactic to get into the pants of other people, right? With being an asexual who's not sexually attracted to guys and I don't want sex, it can be very annoying. And you have to understand that if anyone wants to connect with you because they're lonely, that isn't a reason that you should become friends with someone. You shouldn't become friends with someone just because someone's lonely, because usually, especially if they just connected with you Facebook, some random person, they start talking about being lone or lonely, it means they're looking after some online company, in which case usually it's to chat a lot of women up. If it's a guy, that's the crux of the matter. They just want to go around chatting loads of women up. So they say I'm lonely, so you'll talk to them. They're just friending loads of women and chatting loads of women up. You are not special to them. You are not important to them. They just want to go around filling their own egos up, right? It's what they want to do. So you have to understand this. And since I connected with this guy who's supposed to be asexual, who friend requested me, I've had all these Indians guys contact me, and it's pretty much all the same thing. Like whenever I say I'm not interested in sex, because they see my profile, some of them start talking about sex, or some of them start going, oh, I like your profile, which is about being asexual, but most of them think asexual means I'm highly sexual, and then they start talking about sex stuff, so I'm not interested in sex. Do you know what I mean? And so a lot of it is using this alone tactic to just win your affection, so you'll just sit there chatting to them. Be so busy that you don't have time to do that, right? You should be filling your own cup up in life, filling your own life up. You should be, like busying your own life with your hobbies, passion, dreams, and interests, not sat talking to some random person because they happen to be lonely, right? It's not a good thing to do. And it's not up to you to save them from being lonely. It's up to them to sort themselves out and their life out, become a whole person by themselves, I'm not saying people can't get lonely, but but some random stranger starting to go, oh, let's be friends, I'm so lonely. That's not a reason you want to be friends with someone, You shouldn't want to be friends with someone just because they're lonely, because they're kind of using you anyway to fulfill a void in their life. They're using you. I'm not saying you go and get some friends, genuine friends that are lonely sometimes. Of course that can happen. But if a person's just random person's trying to friend request you on the internet, one, that they're saying they're lonely, well, usually they're not. They're going around chatting up loads of women or guys or whatever gender they're attracted to. In my case, it's guys attracted to women, so they're just using that to play on your emotions. But if that were true and you're a random person, they've got to sort their selves out. They shouldn't want to be friends with you because they're lonely. They should want to be friends with you because they want to get to know you as a person, because they like what they've read about you or seen about you, and because they genuinely want to make a contribution or difference to your life in a positive way. If they don't, they're just going to be very, very negative all the time, and it's just ridiculous. There's this guy who watches this channel sometimes, actually, and he told me that he's not lonely. Yeah, he was there messaging me on Facebook and emailing me. I've blocked the email now because I've already told him on Facebook I'm not interested in the type of conversations that he wants to have. He's already been banned, he told me, from Avon, asexuality.org, and one of the Facebook groups. You know, if he wants to talk like that and say that stuff, that's fine. Go and find someone who enjoys that. You know, I've clearly stated on Facebook that I do not like that type of conversation. And I have my boundaries just as much as they're not going to change. I don't have to change either. I don't have to start liking the type of conversation they want. I respectfully said to them, I don't like this talk. I'm not interested in this type of thing. You know, I don't want to know, basically. You know what I mean? And that should have been the end of it. You know, some people just don't gel, or some people, you know, aren't right to speak to each other. Some people just like different things completely. I do not want to hear this type of thing he was talking about. You know, I have as much right to not change myself as that person has much right to not change themselves. You know, and part of what they were saying is just, you know, it's a lot of negativity. And if they say, oh, I'm not lonely. You know, I like being on my own. I'm not lonely. I prefer to be on my own basis, not talk to anyone. It's like, clearly you don't, because you keep messaging me and keep going on, you know, all the time. It's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? If you're not lonely, why would you even bother? And they just say, you know, oh, it's negative. A lot of it's negative as well, which isn't good. I'm not interested in negativity. I've got better things to be doing with my time, like changing lives, making a difference, you know, not being negative about people. It's not good. You know, it's you know, it's good to take ownership of your own life and to improve yourself. Everyone should be self-improving, you know, as much as possible, instead of blaming other people for things and writing negativity about other people and situations and saying words that I don't like, you know. It's not good, you know. So you know, and that person is alone because apparently where they are, everyone hates them. So, but yet they're not lonely, but yet we're messaging me, you know. It's just a complete contradiction, obviously. So anyway, going back to Facebook, there was this guy. I told you I've had quite a few guys, and they, you know, when I said I want sex, they're like, oh, that's okay, we can be friends, you know. I haven't got time to sit being friends with random strangers on Facebook messaging my time and life away. Life is precious. You could die in a second, in a heartbeat, right? I need to write books. I need to be blogging. I need to spend some time with me as well. It's really important. So anyway, this guy friend requested me, which I didn't accept. But I said he put a hi, and I put, you friend requested me, but I don't know you. We can make a friendship. Notice it's not, I'd like to be friends. It's like, we can make a friendship, as in you tell me what to do. And then he put, hi Sandra, and I put, I work a lot and not looking to just message people. We can make friendship. I'm alone, please. I put, well, I am not. I am on here for work. And then he put, okay, right? So that was good. Left me alone. And then I got another message. What is it? Like well, nearly 2 hours later. You are single, Sandra. And it's like, for goodness sake. So this is what I said back to him. Can I play it? Hi, Suraj. I'm going to say this really, really quickly to you because I need to get on with my work. Yes, I'm single. And I'm asexual. If you didn't already know what asexual means, A with the word sexual together, it means I lack sexual attraction. I'm asexual in sexual orientation. Google it. So asexual means I lack sexual attraction, which means I don't get the need, urge, or want for partnered sexual intercourse. So I hate sex. I'm not interested in it. I'm also not interested in marriage, and I'm also not interested in kids. And I know you go on the internet to just chat up loads of women in other countries because you're bored and you're in India and you're highly sexual, but you can't usually have it in your country until you get married. Anyway, I'm not interested, but have a nice life. Appreciate you asking me. Goodbye. So that was it. And so then he's given me a thumbs up to that, you know? So that's what you want to be doing. If you're getting any of these type of people, just be blunt. Send them a message. End it. You do not want endless conversations with someone who's not going to be compatible with you, right? When these people say about friendships, that's not what they mean. If they're sexual, they want more than friends. Do you know what I mean? These random people. It's like the guy I had yesterday who did actually live in Exeter. And I said he wasn't bad looking, but he messaged me last September, then all of a sudden messaged me last night. And I said to him, what's the point? Because I don't want sex. You know, and then he goes, oh, sorry. And I'm really glad that I said that as well, because I looked today in the chat and he's got a new picture where he looks a lot older, not very good looking at all. His other picture must have been when he was quite a few years younger, and he's got like no top on, and all his friends, of course, are hidden, so you can't really see anything about him. So I just blocked him. I'm not interested in that type of guy. So I'm getting a lot of people come through like this. It's like this guy. It's like again another Indian guy. It's like, I don't think we know each other. Yeah, but I liked your profile. And my profile all is about asexual author, entrepreneur, asexual author, speaker, and coach, right? But a lot of these people, they don't even know what asexual means. Like I said I'm asexual. I lack sexual attraction and not interested in sex at all. I'm here for friends, not for sex. It's your wish to continue with me or not. And it's like, this guy's married. You know what I mean? I'm like, why are you on the internet just scrolling for like people like that married? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I just, I use Facebook for friends and business, not, do you know what I mean? It's just like, you know what I mean? And is there any more? I know I've had quite a few of them lately. Oh, here it is. Right, this is another Indian guy who's got a partner. I don't think, a friend requested me, I don't think we know each other. And then he's put, you're absolutely right. But in my opinion, this whole world is like one, an only home for everyone. Moreover, we're like neighbours to one another. This mindset makes me sending friend requests to the people living far and near on this planet. I've already made friendships with many good people from different countries. Those I don't know personally. You can decline my friend request too. So it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, that's a bit more sensible one, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's a bit more sensible. And then I had this guy messaging me, and it was just disgusting, right? He put hello, and I put, I don't think we know each other. He goes, yes, you're right, we don't know each other, but I just want to send you a message. I want to know something about sexual life. I put, I'm asexual. Asexuality is a sexual orientation that is the lack of sexual attraction. I personally hate sex. My second book for asexuals, however, is called Asexual Guide to Sex. So I can let you know when it's published later this year. And then he's like, oh, where are you living? And then he's like, I want to attend your class. It's like, well, the book I'm working on, because he might have seen that on my profile because I was talking about the book, is going to be out later this year. The course I've finished creating is Asexual Meetup Mastery, which is to meet for those who want to specifically hold meetups for asexuals. And I did start talking about my new brand, and then he started being really disgusting. Like I was trying to be really professional. He started talking about, I'm attracted on every girl's. I cannot control my erection. And I put, okay, well, it's not something that is usually a problem. I was trying to keep it very formal. It's pretty natural for highly sexual guys, unless it's a medical condition, in which case it would be good to see a doctor to get checked out. So I suggest you make an appointment if you are concerned about it, as it's not something I would be qualified to know about. See, that's the only thing doing my type of work. You get these people saying stuff like this, right? So I try to remain as professional as possible. But do you know what I mean? Obviously, he's just been disgusting, really. But you know what I mean? I know some guys it's possible some guys might be worried about that. But you know what I mean? I can just tell the way he's saying it to me. And so, you know what I mean? That's why I suggest to make a point with a doctor. And I think that's quite ironic, really. So how many sexual guys do you know and people that, maybe you need to see a doctor about being asexual because you don't want sex? Do you know what I mean? There's something wrong. And I'm there saying maybe he needs to see a doctor because he's getting too many erections. I thought that was quite ironically funny. And then he goes, I just want to know the tips for controlling feelings. I'm living in Dubai. If you are here, let's meet and discuss. Like I'm really going to meet with a guy who's telling me he can't control his erections. Why on earth would I do that? Ugh. So I knew this would shut him up. If you want to be coached by me, one-to-one is £70 per hour, paid up front, and that is by video chat, not in person. Otherwise, I can't help you. Oh, he's put, and there he goes. Doesn't speak to me again, thank goodness. It's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? These people are just, Honestly, these people are just like ridiculous. Do you know what I'm saying? Absolutely ridiculous. And they're all interested in sex basically. And so yeah, so do not be conned by this I'm lonely or I'm feeling alone. It's not up to you to make their life void of being alone. It's up to them to sort their life out, to make it fulfilling, and to live their dreams, passions, and stuff like that. It's not up for you to be the person that's always there to pick up the pieces when they're feeling lonely. That's not your job in life. Have some self-respect and value yourself, and don't get into conversations with these people who are random people on the internet and start saying I'm lonely. It's ridiculous. I'm not saying your friends can't be lonely sometimes. You can't be there for your genuine friends. Of course, some of us might feel that sometimes, I have friends that sometimes feel alone. That's different. They're genuine friends who care and give a damn about me, who value me and want me in their life. And sometimes they just feel a bit down. That's very, very different to some random person who's saying they're alone. I mean, clearly this guy isn't alone. I've seen all the women he's got all over in his friends list, particularly all the recent women he's added, And I clearly said in the message, if you were able to hear all that message, that he's just going randomly, like basically friending women. And he's in India, and in India they can't usually have sex before marriage to do with their religion. So they're basically highly sexually starved. And so therefore the only way they can start talking about these type of things are with women on the internet. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. So, have some self-respect, self-esteem, and don't think you are there to mend a person's broken life, that they're so up, they're so alone or there's something wrong, their life, that you've got to fix it for them, because you haven't. Because I've made this mistake in the past with guys. I've particularly thought, oh, poor thing, he's so alone, he's had such a bad life. And I realise now it's not up to me to fix a guy's life. It's not up to me to make a person who's broken whole again. It's up to them to do the work on themselves, just like we all have to. We're all responsible for our own life, for our own self, and putting the rights wrong or moving on with our life, and realise we did with the best we could do at the time. That the past is the past, and it's always meant to have happened like that to get you where you are today. However rubbish it may be, or good it may be, is the case. Do you know what I mean? It's all brought you to this point right here and now. So, or it was all meant to happen, whether it's good or bad. Do you know what I mean? But the point is you're responsible for your own life, no one else. And when you start taking full responsibility for your own life, magic happens. You realise that you've got such power within yourself that no one else has got. That you can create your destiny, you can create your life, you can create your own happiness, you can create your own future. You can live for you. You can live this amazing, amazing, super quality of life just by living for how you want to live, just by living your quirky life, just by being your true authentic self, just by being who you were personally born to be, regardless of what anyone else says, thinks, and does. You can live your life in an unnormal, unconventional way, and it's fantastic. But it's about taking responsibility for your own life. If you think that you're miserable all the time, change it. Only you have the power to change it. If other people make you happy, they could easily make you unhappy again. Just imagine that if you had a friend and every time you saw them were happy, but all of a sudden that friend stopped seeing you, you'd be miserable again. It means other people control you and your emotions, not you. So you have to put the power and take your power back with you and not give it away to these people so they control your life. You need to control your life. You need to take responsibility for it, and you need to take action, and you need to love you, and work on yourself. If you're feeling lonely, genuinely lonely, then obviously join meetup groups and make friends for the sake that you want to actually care about others. Don't just make friends with someone and start talking about your own life and how miserable you are and upset all the time, because no one's going to really want to hear that all the time. Of course, some friends go through that. I'm not 100% smiling every single minute of the day. I have my sad times. I don't get depressed anymore, so I don't let myself get into such a state like that, but I can be in a really crying state sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes it happens. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying not to have friends. I'm saying you need to work on yourself and make sure you're a whole person, so that your life is not broken to the extent where all you're doing is living in negativity all the time. If other people in your life are bad, try and get rid of them or limit the time you spend with them. Try and create another life for yourself outside of that negative system, or negative people. And, and like I said, this guy I blocked today on email, because I didn't want to hear it. I'd already told him on Facebook that I didn't want to hear his messages, And so, he can go and have his life, I'll have mine, you know what I mean? I'm not making anyone wrong, I'm just saying it's not for me. And I think that's really important. It's important you hold your boundaries. It's important that just because someone says they're feeling lonely or whatever, you don't feel sorry for them. That's the basis of your friendship, because that's not going to be healthy for you or them. You should be friends with someone because you're trying the best to live your life the way the way that you know how, and that you really genuinely care about others and you want to actually be there for them to a certain extent, not just have them there for yourself and it be a one-sided friendship or relationship. Do you see what I mean? So please be aware of all these people on the internet go, I'm alone or lonely. A lot of the time it's just a pickup line, you know what I mean? A lot of the time it's just like they're looking for someone to like pamper to their ego because they're bored rigid, you know what I mean? They'll just spend hours messaging you. They don't really care about you. You don't want that to happen. You want to care enough about you to put yourself first. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, found it useful, helpful, insightful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that great big bell icon to get notified of every time I go live. Right now, I'll post a new video. I'll be back with a new video tomorrow or later today now. And I'll see you on the next video or live stream. Embrace your quirky and each other's. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye. Don't forget the thumbs up.